Welcome to the Wild Unknown Alchemy release, deck and guidebook full review. I received this about a week ago and I have been playing around with it for that time. I'm hoping that I'm doing justice to the color. We'll see. I mean, this is very lapis, but I realize my hands are coming out a lot yellower than they should be. Okay, so we'll have to see if this comes out okay. The guidebook is also in this kind of lapis and gold vibe. It's got that lapis and gold vibe, so you know, it kind of goes, it's a little bit lighter than lapis actually. So when you open, it's got the deck comes in this magnetic box, which is very reminiscent of the Wild Unknown archetypes. There is the sister deck, Wild Unknown Archetypes. There's the new one, Wild Unknown Alchemy. And you can see they're roughly the same size. And unlike this one that came in like with a sleeve, this one didn't come with a sleeve. It just comes as it is. It's shrink wrapped, and then you open up and you find your little message, your guidebook, your super ribbon to pull out your deck. Okay, so we shall say goodbye to the box for now. Love that little ribbon. I think the ribbon is more like lapis. Yes, it is actually. Look at that. Wow, we have a match. Hopefully it's coming through. The guidebook has a snake on the front. So if you don't like snakes, you know, that might be a bit of an issue for you. But I don't mind it. When you open, you have some of the materials maybe. You have a gorgeous story which Kim Krans read, when she did her workshop on the release of this deck. She had a live workshop which was lovely. She goes on to give you a little bit more about alchemy, the alchemist, the work, the goals, which is all very interesting and very spot on. Alchemical practices, the awakening, the secret, the types of alchemists, and then understanding the decks. So if you are interested in that, you have different suits. You have 11 cosmic forces, 4 colors, 4 seasons, 22 materials, 22 mysteries, and 8 operations. Okay, so that will constitute your deck. And this time, unlike with the archetypes, you don't have to split the deck into the different suits. It doesn't work like that. So she explains a little bit about each of the suits, why she chose them, and then before you begin, this is very important, okay? This is very important. Do read the before you begin bit. And then she gives you examples, sample readings. So single card reading, of course, but she does it with phases, which is quite interesting. Less is more. I've done this over a few days, and it has proven quite handy. And I've done it after I had read my tarot. It was spot on with the reading of the tarot. I found that the less and more very good. That was okay. It worked out okay. It was the first draw that I did with it, and it worked out a little bit depressing actually, but then that was probably a reflection of where I was at. Way more interesting. It's one door opens the next. That was very good to use in conjunction with the hero's journey in the archetype deck, okay? Because it sort of confirmed the two together were giving you a very full picture. She has more. There's a 5-card reading. There's a rose that gives. There's the as above, so below. There's loads and loads of different layouts that you can do. She also asks you to consider the card rotation, but I do agree with her. Learn to read the deck first, to read with the deck before you even consider the rotation. Although, what I noticed and what my daughter noticed is that the background feeds from one card into the next, so that rotation will very quickly inform you. And then she goes on to describe the cards. So the description of the cards is in black and white, and it's very similar to the archetypes deck in that, you know, it gives you the card name, gives you the keywords, and then the principal sort of description, the deeper, to ponder, and then add-ons, okay? And for every card it does that. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the deck. Same thing on the inside, same thing on the back. Now I'm going to show you the back, and I don't think this will come out, but this is like the petals of a rose. And a lot of the cards are quite purpley, and some of the cards are quite blue. Well, actually, you can see the difference here, okay? So I think maybe the publisher had an issue with their coloring. But for me, it's not too much of a bother, you know, because there's enough of them that you're not going to be able to memorize which one is purple and which one is blue, okay? The deck itself is shaped hexagonal, and you need to stack it on the flat side like this. But of course, the orientation of the deck is up and down, okay? So it's on the pointy sides, and the flat sides are on the edge, so that you can organize your deck like a beehive. Let's see if I can show you that. Yeah, you can organize your draw like a bit of a hive. Okay, like that. Which I really like. I'm really digging the hive feeling, right? Because in alchemy, everything feeds into everything else. So I haven't put the deck in order, so you are just going to have to bear with me in haphazard order, if you don't mind. Sorry. And we start with a color randomly, and then a season of summer. I'm really hoping that the colors will come through okay. So you will soon see which cards belong to which suit. I'm not going to make a big song and dance about that right now. Just look at the colors, or the lack of. The cards are matte, which suits me just fine, and they have that little bit of grip on them. Not too much, just a little bit, which makes them very comfortable to work with. This is very silver in the card, okay? It's very silvery. So just ponder the art. See if it speaks to you, how it sits with you. Is it what you expected? Now there are 71 cards in this deck. So slightly less than in the archetype deck. The archetype deck has 78, I think. Truly beautiful, magical colors all the way through. Very inventive, very imaginative way of putting these together. And I think collage is really perfect for alchemy, because alchemy is a collage of life. Some people would disagree, but that's okay. You just go on ahead and do you if you disagree. So you might wonder, if you don't know me, why I'm obsessed with alchemy. I think we should all be obsessed with alchemy because it's sort of the flavor of life. It makes us appreciate all that is alive inside us, around us. It helps us to learn, not just on an intellectual level, but on a physical level. It helps us to absorb things. It helps us to be present in all the processes. I'm an alchemical healing practitioner, and I love teaching about the elements, which I started doing this weekend. And if you stop the busyness and all of the buzziness of life and get into that observation, then you can discover treasures, wealth of treasures, and you can be a more active participant in your life. That being said, maybe you can let me know how you feel about alchemy. Is it something that draws you, or is it something that you would rather stay away from? If you don't know where to start, this is a good place to start. I think Kim Krans has done a brilliant job. I mean, you can see there's little imperfections in the print, but you know what? I really don't care, because it's all part of the alchemy of the deck. I love the fog card. It's so good in the Ravenhead. Now, these do shuffle okay, I guarantee. Even with my small hands, I do manage to shuffle them okay. Some of these are very evocative for me. See which ones are very evocative for you. Maybe we'll do like a bit of a discovery thing at some point. This is just a little review. Maybe we'll do a little discovery workshop or something online. Keep an eye out for that. Here we go. So that's the flip through and the review. I love the deck. It's just phenomenal. The work, the amount of work that Kim Krans has put into this is phenomenal, and it's all very measured, very, very alchemical. You know, there's nothing. This is not haphazard. This is not trying to be something. It is something, and this is how it shuffles. Okay. Just wanted to show you that it is shuffleable. Hand over hand, I don't do riffle, but hand over hand, it does shuffle. As you can see, the cards do turn, but that's okay, because you can just line them up when you're done. You know, when I'm done, it's just like, okay, line yours up. Et voila. Okay, here we go. So let us know how you feel about this deck. Maybe you like it, maybe you're like, not so sure about it. Maybe you'd like to dig deeper and just do a little bit of a discovery thing with it. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. Okay, thank you, like and subscribe, and see you soon.